Good morning from Julia Carroll and my 2026 weight loss journey. Today I'm on my patio. Behind me right here is that is my nectarine tree. It's very small. And over here, this is my mandarin tree, and then it's going this way is just different stuff. I think that's a rose right there. I'm in my patio doing this video. I kind of want to talk about how my weight's going, and unfortunately, I've run into some hard times. It's been difficult to not want to compulsively binge eat, and I'm kind of doing a little bit, especially when it comes to peanuts. Just seems like if the least little thing stresses me out, I want to eat a whole gob of in the shell peanuts, and I don't know why, but I want to. I did it yesterday. I did it the day before. But, at least I'm not eating sugar, and that's the only caveat. That's the only good thing I'm doing. There's some other good things. I mean, I haven't gained the weight. I am at 276.5 or something, which is 49 pounds from January 1, and here we are June 20th. So I think that's a plus, a great plus. I've been working really diligently on my patio, so it's beautiful, and I can sit out here, and you can't see it, but I bought a little wading pool that I can get in. The only problem is when you're 276 pounds, 54 years old with bad knees, getting in and out of a wading pool is not as easy as one would think it would be. So it's slightly problematic, so I need to work on that. I actually had to buy a couple of Neely pads to put in the wading pool so I could get on my knees to get out of the wading pool. So we'll see how that goes. It takes a lot of energy to do that, I'm ashamed to say. But, I mean, it's all progress. I was able to do it yesterday, and it seemed fine. The little wading pool works fine, and it's basically just enough to sit down, stretch your legs out, sit in, 3 or 4 inches of water, and, cool yourself with I have the umbrella kind of over it, shading it slightly. But it looks really nice. I mean, it has made my patio look very cluttered, which in a weird way I kind of like. I had to rechange things because I have a whole lot of stuff growing, but not, I don't want to get rid of it. Nothing. I like how my patio is. I want to be able to sit and enjoy it. And I wanted to sit on my patio even during the summer. And unfortunately, in Sacramento, in July and August, it can be, 105. So it's nice to be able to sit in a wading pool and, pour some water on my shoulders and my head and not have the heat. And then I can sit and enjoy my plants and flowers and, vegetables I'm growing and sit out here. So I've really been enjoying that. And it's cool right now, so that's why I'm sitting outside. I have my coffee, haven't had a sip of it, but I have my coffee. And wow, this light sure makes the hairs on my upper lip stand out. Oh my God, I have a mustache. Oh dear. That's what happens when you get to be 54 years old. You end up with a mustache, and you don't want it. I don't want a mustache. But, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. I could shave it off or not bother. It's not that big a deal. I only see it really because, I know it's there. But my life is good. Things are working well. It's just, compulsive binge eating is a terrible struggle. It's just not something that ever goes away. I think I had mentioned I'd canceled my trip to Kona, Hawaii for November because, one, I just didn't feel in the mood. Plus, with my dad passing away in March, I didn't want to. And I would have been doing the trip by myself, which would have made it much. I just didn't want to spend the money to be by myself, even in paradise. I just didn't want to. Too depressed. Plus, there's the physicality of having to do the walking that I was like, ugh. I don't know that I can get myself in enough shape where walking for 7 days in Kona, Hawaii is going to work by November. So I was talking to a friend last week. She lives in Texas, and she would like to go to Kona with me. So we booked a trip for April of next year to go to Kona, Hawaii. So I'm kind of embarking on an exercise regimen where, because I know I'll be doing more walking in Kona, I'm sort of trying to get myself to do the exercising Monday through Friday. For sustained days. I started with 15 minutes on the treadmill. Except on Thursday and Friday, I didn't actually do the treadmill. I took the dog for a 15-minute walk. Plus, I did some gardening because I had to blow up the air mattress. Let me tell you, that was a chore. I don't like the pump that I bought. Cheapy little thing, and with no extension cord, made it almost impossible to blow this thing up. So I'm going to buy myself a manual pump because you don't have to plug it in. That's the problem with the pump I have. You had to plug it in, and there's just no extension cord to get it to the air mattress outside. So I had to try and air it up inside, and that was, wow, problematic, to say the least. So, but anyway, my exercising is sort of just right now being Monday through Friday. So I'm kind of relaxing. I've been doing a lot of walking and gardening, and surprisingly, gardening is actually taxing because before I aired up the air mattress, I swept everything, made sure it was level. I'll have to I put some water in it yesterday to test it out, and I'll have to empty some of the water out because I do have a round pool tarp coming that I'm going to put on the actual concrete before I put the air mattress back on it, and then I'll reinflate it better and use it. But doing all that, I mean, I must have spent 45 minutes just sweeping, moving things around. And when you're picking up, 7-10 gallon grow bags full of soil, that's not light. That's heavy stuff, moving all that stuff around. And so I spent a good 45 minutes in addition to the 15-minute walk I took with the dog yesterday. So I got quite a bit of exercise Thursday and Friday with trying to change my patio. Getting out here and actually trying to cut some dead leaves from my plants. I had unfortunately let some things go that I should have been snipping, dead leaves and yellowed leaves and dried leaves and stuff. So it, not blight on it, and get out here and water. I haven't watered for a day or two, and I'll have to do that. Which won't be bad. I can do that. It's not a problem. So not too much going on. I have my aunt's memorial service today. My dad's younger sister that passed away in February. Her kids are doing a memorial, so I'm going to go to that about 1 o'clock today. And I'm looking forward to seeing my cousins. I haven't actually seen them I saw my cousin, my aunt's daughter, in February when she passed away, but I didn't see my male cousin. But I will be. And then I'll see my brother and his family. But it's a weird thing. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody, but I'm also ambivalent about today, to be honest with you, because it's a memorial for my aunt, so obviously my dad's not coming up in it. It's a memorial for her, so I understand this, and I'm totally fine with that. I get why it's being done, but it's going to feel weird knowing that my dad and my aunt are both gone, and it feels weird. It feels weird because I still remember, being a 15-year-old. And when I was 15, my dad was my age right now, I was born when he was 39, so I would have been 15 when he was 54. I'm 54 right now. And, I don't have any kids, but it's weird to know that the patriarchs that I grew up with are dead now, with the exception of one aunt. My dad, his very youngest sister, she's going to be at the memorial. I saw her last week. She was doing well. All things considered, I mean, it's hard to lose both a brother and sister within a month of each other. So it just feels weird. Time does not stop. It marches on, and it just feels strange. So I'm still struggling with weight, still struggling with food, but I'm not eating sugar, and that's the only positive thing I can say is I haven't broken into the sugar yet. I know I need to get a handle on the salted peanut thing. I'm on that kick, because I suspect if I keep doing that too long, it will lead to sugar. I just suspect that's what's going to happen, but I genuinely don't want that to be the thing that happens. So I have to genuinely really work on that so it's not that. So I will keep you abreast as to everything that's happening in my life. And, I'm blessed, and I need to say that more out loud. I am blessed by God. It's a good life. I have a wonderful house, wonderful patio, wonderful family, wonderful dog, 2 wonderful cats, and a neat snake. So I am blessed and grateful for the life that I have. And I do thank Jesus for that. So I will sign off from now for Julia Carroll and my 2026 weight loss journey. Take care. Bye-bye.